Thank you for watching part 8 of the playthrough for the Outer Worlds. You may wonder why my two friends here are staring at me judgmentally. It's because we've been on a journey to go help out someone. I forgot who. And yeah, we ran into some issues with some raptidons. It was a long and exhausting day. We found this town. We stopped in, and I walked in this room, and I took a sleep in this bed about 8 hours. I don't know whose bed it is, and they didn't get to sleep. So... yeah, we should probably leave. Should I steal one? Take that out. All right.
What's up?
Nothing. You're staring at me, so I just want to see what was on your mind. Actually, real quick, hold on. Malin's
Want to make
house.
a run with me to Stella Bay? Boss lady told me to take the night off.
No, I'm beat. Just got back from delivering to that house with the strange family.
The ones that always smell like raw meat and got splotches of blood on them?
Uh-oh.
Yep. Oddest thing. They started ordering cans of Borstwurst, but only if they come from the C&P factory.
Makes you wonder what the secret ingredient is.
I think I can wager a guess. Sublight, dry goods, and sundry. Guns, 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 and ammo vendor. Hello.
My dry goods come 75% guaranteed mold-free. Was that 75% mold-free? No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
All right, let's see what you got there, Hoss. High-grade ammunition use, okay. I don't have a lot. Oh, I have 1,200 bits. Sell this chocolate bar I just stole. It's interesting there's no weapons. Who's this? Oh, maybe she sells the guns, he sells ammo. We'll see.
No refunds, no exchanges, no returns. And no whining about it either. If you bloody it, you buy it. Store policy.
Okay. Hey, quick question before I look at what you got. Who's boss out here?
Town Sublight owned and run. Caters to a variety of clientele. The one you want to avoid pissing off the most is Catherine. Prove bad for her business, and she'll kneecap you without a second thought.
Huh. And tell me about this town. It's built into the side of a mountain. It's not something you see every day.
Yeah, and? Do I look like the city planner? I wasn't
Jesus.
exactly consulted on the blueprints when Catherine started building out Fallbrook. But now that you mention it, I reckon she had her reasons to hide us.
I'm just trying to make conversation. You're being sassy, so okay. But I'll bite. So she has her reasons to hide you. From who?
We got smugglers, outlaws, mavericks, and Byzantium socialites flying in and out of Fallbrook all the time. Why openly spit in the board's eye?
Why the socialites?
They're so self-important the way they strut around, preening and flashing their pricey gadgets. Makes for easy marks. Keeps our pockets lined with bits.
Okay. Let's see what you got for sale. There we go. Oh, sniper rifle. Buy 928. Why can I not purchase the restricted stock? It's weird. But I could sell some shit. Like this hunting rifle, it's only got 53 damage. I don't need 2 flamethrowers, right? All right, let's go, ladies. Sublight salvage and shipping. What's this? It's a nice gun. Hello.
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind.
Ooh, dullness of mind, that's me.
Some people, but no one in this office, I assure you, might call it stupidity. So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off.
What else can you tell me about your insurance policies?
Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages.
Who would get an outrageous statement insured?
That policy is almost exclusively for our corporate clientele. In the unlikely event they make a claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they need some kind of protection against the damage to their sales and reputation.
Makes sense. And what about disastrous marriages?
Those are mostly for top-rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts. There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your
What?
beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart, the revelation of a secret love child. We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic bliss.
All right, and finally, tell me about the eyebrow insurers.
Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
One thing's for sure, you won't find better policy protection against sudden lunar implosions anywhere in Halcyon.
Why is your office on Monarch?
We're not on Monarch. For all
What?
practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium.
Oh, like Delaware. Got it. Why?
Legally speaking, corporations are not allowed to operate on Monarch, but financially speaking, there are certain costs to running a business from within Byzantium's walls. So while our official address is in the city, and while our office here is technically an extension of that address, we found it more expedient to conduct our key operations here. So we can... what's the phrase? Pass savings to the consumer, of course.
So you're dodging the authorities. That's what you're trying to tell me, right?
We prefer to think of it as chasing the savings. Turns out that not having to pay kickbacks, fines, and rent in the most expensive city in Halcyon improves our liquidity. Plus, Sublight keeps this place running remarkably well, and they sure drive business our direction.
Okay. Well, I appreciate all the information. Maitland's house. That's probably where we should have gone for the bed. Is that why you guys were judging me because I slept in someone's bed instead of going to this hotel? Anyone have a name I can talk to? This guy. Excuse me.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine send you back here? On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order?
Got any Glacial Age whiskey by any chance?
No, I don't have any... Ugh. If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets.
Oh, okay. What can I bet on?
Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. And neither is Catherine. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk on paying.
All right, well, thanks for the info. Oh, there's Catherine. All right, let's go have a chat with her. Excuse me.
Uh-huh. You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy?
My apologies.
Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
Oh, she just comes and says whatever's on her mind, huh?
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise.
Well, if by nugget of paradise you mean piece of manti dung, then sure.
You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening.
Well, I was wondering if you have any jobs.
If it's one that don't mind getting dirty, then I sure do. But how am I to know whether you're reliable, if not fully trustworthy?
Well, I'll be honest with you, you don't.
I do admire blunt honesty, so I'm willing to give a business arrangement between us a try. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that.
Is this going to involve some murder and mayhem?
Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me.
Huh. Okay, what specifically do you want me to do?
Kill him, run him out. I don't rightly care for the details. So long as Clive knows resistance to me is costly and futile. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut or his production lines ought to make do.
Say I wanted to just sabotage the factory, not actually kill him.
Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery.
Okay, and just for purposes of exploring every avenue, what if I wanted to kill him?
Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means, just the end.
Okay, sounds good.
It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be.
Oh, I see the judgment in your face, Parvati. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but we do need some money, right? We have this huge ship, and things cost money, repairs and such. Maybe fuel, I don't know. I've only been a captain for like 4 days, but maybe. Oh, pardon me. Let's,
I don't
check.
think I like Miss Catherine. Not just on account of the swearing, though she swears awful much.
She does.
She's fine. Well, so long as you ain't on her bad side. Then she's liable to drown you in the waterfall.
I love that we get XP points by just finding a vending machine. Looks like we could break in here, but I guess not. Never mind.
Always imagine
would be...
Cleaner? Fancier?
Is this another bed I can sleep in? Yep.
Cheaper. I've emptied 14-bit carts in the last 2 hours.
That's because you've got a terrible tell. Whenever you're lying, your right eye twitches.
Hello?
Can I help you? Don't think we've spoken before. I would remember. You look, well, I wouldn't forget what you're wearing, no.
Why would we have spoken before?
Most of the freshies spend their first day in the saloon. Fresh to Fallbrook, I mean. Me? I've been here going on 3 days now. I'm real friendly. Figure I've talked up everyone in town by now. But not you yet.
Seems it's your lucky day.
Every day I've been here has been my lucky day. Never won so much in my whole life. Aside from a close call during my wilderness hike, it's been a grand adventure. I'm dreadful blessed that Captain Criley hired me onto the crew.
Which crew?
You wouldn't have heard of them. They're just a small pot of smugglers. Kept getting their spoils stolen when they went to fence them. So they hired on a merc. They didn't mind my being so talkative, or them being my first protection gig. Captain Criley, he does ask me to shut it sometimes. In fact, I probably shouldn't be flapping my gums about his crew at all.
It's between you and me. How'd you wind up in Fallbrook?
Well, Captain Criley wanted to take a pit stop. I'm the hired security, see? They pay me to guard the cargo, but right now the hull's empty. It's my first shore leave with the crew, and my maiden voyage before that. I can tell you it's been a real hoot.
Sounds like it. Do you have any survival tips for us?
Captain warned us to take care around Devil's Peak. The bigger beasties tend to roam the slopes there. Mid-morning, I thought I'd try Fallbrook's self-guided wilderness hike, the one that leads up around the mountain. Safe enough, else they wouldn't advertise, right? Wrong. Scarcely made it back in one piece.
Where is Devil's Peak?
Look for the horns and you can't miss it. Even I saw them when we flew overhead.
There's actual horns on the peak?
Massive curved stone peaks if you want to get technical. They're part of the mountain terrain.
Okay. Well, thank you for the information.
Right then. Very well.
Hold on, do I have another question?
Then I'd like to answer it. If I can, that is.
Turns out I don't. Thanks.
Right then. Very well.
Nice meeting you. I have a question for you both. Why am I doing all the talking? Like, you guys could talk to people, right? You have mouths. Jesus. Yeah, let's discover these vending machines. Tinker. Any of these other weapons have a higher damage? It's at 120 and 120. No, it's 210. Ooh, that one has higher. Let me switch my melee weapon. Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's break this thing down. Oh, look at this thing.
Oh gosh, this is so pretty.
It is. It's impressive. Are you going to be cool with us going up these? I guess so. Oh. So we don't have to go all the way back. Our ship's right here. That's nice. God, that's ugly. All right, I suppose we can head back. Continue our mission. Just make sure there's nothing cool over here. This is random. Should we go to the dry goods store and get that ID card? Is this the guy?
I test every product myself to assure maximum customer satisfaction. If you doubt it, I can show you my lower back rash. No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
Yeah, so Catherine said you'd give me an ID cartridge for the CMP factory.
Not so fast. My biometric IDs are special goods, only on offer to special clients. You cotton?
Don't know what that means. Okay, so I guess I don't have what you require yet, so I'll just come back.
If some other time means during my business hours of 0500 to 1900 7 days a week, then sure. Elsewise, you ought to know I keep a guard sprat named Banshee, and she's real mean.
Okay. I'll see you soon. What is our persuasion? Oh, so close. We just need one more skill point. We could persuade him to give us the damn ID card.
Nah, last time I saw him.
What was it like in Edgewater? I hear you workers were on the clock every available moment.
We always got 8 hours a day for sleeping. Just not always consecutive.
My condolences. I appreciate consistent wages like any other sane person, but that still sounds awful. At least Sanjar gives his folks weekends.
Weekends?
Hands of the Void. I used to drop by the bar in Stellar Bay to knock a few back with the folks who had Saturdays off.
Don't know what I'd have done with that much time. I was always behind schedule anyhow.
Knowing you, you'd sit and be alone with your thoughts. Look northwest. That ain't it, but marauders sometimes camp inside the buildings there. Steer clear unless you fancy getting shot. Westbound still. I'll let you know when we can start ascending.
Just so happens I do fancy getting shot, so... You guys ready to take these dudes out? Oh, there's a big manta queen back there. Careful.
I am a storm.
There you go. Nice. Oh. Dick shot. Good job, ladies, as always. Maybe they got some good loot up here. Or not.
I call this Rotting River, on account of all the dead things I've thrown in it over the years. It'll take you into the Devil's Peak Caverns if you follow it under the bridge. That's one option. Others the slope up. If you're up for some fun, let's chat.
Say what?
Ah, this factory offers the loveliest aromas. Like if you cook borscht over a sulfur pit.
Well, shit. Let's make a pit stop then. Lower my gun so they don't think I'm a threat. Oh, this is the borscht factory. We need the ID card though. We'll have to come back, ladies. Lay it down, Nyoka. Yeah. There you go, Parvati. Boom. Snap, crackle, pop. God, that's screaming.
The caves back east are safest. We can head up this path if you want to shoot your way through a few nightmares on your way up.
Caves back east. Let's check this out first. We seem to be doing pretty good. Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Mantisaur soldier.
Nailed it, cat. Down they go.
Here I go!
Dropping him won't work. I love this mountain. You can see so much from here. So many beasts would need killing. So many drinks would need drinking.
We ought to camp out here tonight, you know? Make a little fire, sing songs.
Let's not. All right, so it looks like we have a Raptidon Colossus and then a few spitters.
Raps. Let's clear this sulfur-sodden fucks out so Hayes can rest in peace.
All right.
We go. Past that armor. Here goes nothing.
To shreds, you say?
That's gotta hurt.
Everyone all right?
Yep. I'm so glad I brought you guys. You guys are awesome. All right, let's go check out this grave. Hayes' grave. Buried near the surface of Hayes' grave is a small lockbox. Its hinges rusted through, and its wood almost completely rotted. It nearly falls apart in your hands, but in it you manage to find a tarnished silver medallion bearing the letters Charon.
Hayes was the best self-sacrificing son of a saint I ever met. Halcyon is worse off without him. Now, if we're gonna lure the Manta Queen out, we'll need to find Rebecca and Anders. They took a UDL contract on Terra 2. We never heard from them again. Think it's time I call in a favor with Hiram. If anyone can track them down, it's him.
Okay. Tell me about the UDL contract.
I don't know much about it. It paid well, so they took it. They said they'd be back in a couple of weeks and that maybe we could all use the money to get off Monarch. That was a long time ago.
And you didn't try and find them?
I should have. I really should have. But soon after they left, Hayes and the others died. And to be honest, after him, I stopped trying. Because it hurt like hell to do so.
I understand. For what it's worth, I'm glad you're trying to confront it.
Thanks. I'm still not convinced I won't come to regret it, but we've started down this path. Might as well see it through. Maybe it'll stop me screaming at night. Now come on, let's make tracks before Hiram dies of old age.
Okay. So Hiram is 292. I don't know if we have enough ammo for this journey. We have a lot more Manta Queens, or Manta, whatever the hell they are. Oh shit.
am a storm!
Thank goodness. Good job again. Let's use these skill points.
Okay, gone quiet. Incoming!
Oh, what the hell are you guys doing? Jesus.
Watch it, Captain! Captain, behind you!
Yeah, no, I see. Where's Parvati? Uh-oh. Getting burned too many times has made you susceptible to plasma damage. Reject that. Oh, there you guys are. Jesus. I have like 16 rounds left. That's it. Not good. You guys alright? I'm on fire.
Everyone all right?
No, I'm still on effing fire.
And here we are. Told you we'd make it in one piece. Station ain't too far now.
Hey, you! Get over here! They're marauders!
No. How the hell did marauders navigate the caverns? I wonder if Hiram's home.
This station's under the protection of the corporate compliance crew. You a marauder? 'Cause me and my sunshine, that's my gun if you were wondering, we don't take kindly to marauders.
No, I'm not a marauder.
A coherent enough response, I reckon. Must be true. You're clear, but I would caution you against pressing on ahead. This station's plumb crawling with marauders, you know.
So what are you doing up here then? Are you hunting them?
I take it you ain't met the other C3s. Me and Sunshine are doing exactly what we've been tasked with. You want more details? You ought to talk to my crew. They're guarding a small barracks to the southeast, by the edge of the mountain.
Okay, and what are you waiting for? Why don't you just help me kill the marauders?
There is nothing I'd enjoy more, but the C3s play it by the book. Usually. Go petition the boss man. Maybe you can convince him to alter my duties.
And how do I find the other C3s?
See that path that runs underneath that giant archway? Follow it on down. There's a little station near the cliff. You'll find the rest of my crew there.
All right, thanks for the info. Let's go talk to Hiram. Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, I always wanted to poke through a high-gain wireless. They only got one on Terra 2, you know, up in Byzantium.
To be honest, I'm surprised it's still standing. Every time I set foot inside,
I don't have enough ammo for any of this.
expect the tower to fall over.
Let me see. Do I have a gun maybe that has some ammo? Like the shotgun? Six rounds. That's not helpful at all. All right. Oh, the flamethrower should have. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus. That did not go well. Okay. Sorry. Not much you can do with no ammo. Okay. Nope, that's not going to help.
Shreds, you say?
Where's Parvati? Oh. Why are you still down? Oh, I guess I still have to defeat someone. Oh, there you go. Where's Parvati? Oh, there you are.
Here they come!
Hiram must have sealed the door. He spooks easy.
I don't blame him.
You may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already.
Done here.
Good job.
Here's the elevator, but It ain't gonna budge while this place is on lockdown. Guess we keep moving forward. Look for another way up.
Totally wasn't listening to what you were saying, Yoka. I'm sorry. Oh, there's going to be some good shit in here. Shock cannon. Memorandum, Environmental Controls, Installation and Keycard. Barb. The new Environmental Controls Terminal is now installed and running upstairs. Congratulations. You messaged corporate about it, you get to manage it. Consider this your official notice to hide its access keycard deep in the bottom of a drawer somewhere, preferably within the archives or in one of the station's other popular sections. Because I sure as hell will not allow our station's efficiency scores to plummet due to a pointless safety feature. Don't even think about testing the system out. The emergency sirens will make your ears bleed, and if you accidentally trigger the fire suppression system, it can suck the air out from the room faster than the station's last performance review. Val, that's a good one. Alright, well, thought there'd be better stuff, but something's better than nothing. Actually, this pistol. Let me replace that with the one I found that's got a lot more power. That one. Damage 18. 70. Jeez, I was using that weak pistol for a long time. It's on me. Make sure we're not. Oh.
Mess with us.
I am so sorry for shooting you when you were on the toilet, bro. That was rough.
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me. Face the intercom.
1 second. Alright. Where's the intercom? This one?
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, he hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast.
I need to see the information broker about...
No. We'll deal with information-related business later. As I said, there are bigger problems threatening my life and livelihood at this very moment. The Marauders want me dead. And since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I need you to clear out the threat. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the Broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone calls me that, aside from you.
Okay, broker.
See, Nyoka? I've I've barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate. They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again.
Okay. What's in it for me?
Aside from the bits I'll be paying you, you said you wanted something from me. Something information related. I'll give it to you, in person, once I'm safe.
Alright, how many Marauders are we dealing with here?
Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep them out in the first place. Already, they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down the broadcast equipment, I'll be out of a job, permanently.
Alright, we'll see what we can do. Alright, we have 72 rounds in this gun. Oh, what do we got here? There. Now we have 92 rounds. Don't have enough for that. Alright.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
To my right? You mean this right? Nope. Where does that take me? Outside? No, okay. Just double check. What the parts? Alright, you guys ready? Here we go. Eyes and ears open.
Okay, keep him quiet.
Nice.
I am a storm. Everyone all right?
I could watch you guys do that shit all day. The vermin. Oh yeah, we're taking that.
Here they come.
Kill them!
Boys hit. Damn, but we're good. I think.
Good job.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You hurry on in.
He said this place was full of marauders. That wasn't a lot of marauders, was it? I'll talk to you in a second. I need to get some more ammo. I used way too much ammo on that Manta Queen. All right, let's talk to this guy. You Hiram?
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. This ought to square our debt.
2,000?
One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here?
You're not an easy man to reach, broker.
That is the primary goal behind locking myself high in a tower. Some folks don't look kindly on me being a purveyor of delicate information. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
Are you fibbing? Be honest.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. It might take me a while this time.
And why is that?
I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions.
So, can't we just kick them off?
Exactly what I was thinking. They hurt us all with their pettiness. Which, of course, has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood.
Where in Stellar Bay?
My former partner, Sanjar, transmits from his office in MSI's headquarters in the center of town. Don't let him try to fool you. While his messages might seem like gibberish, they are in reality coded business orders to off-world companies. I understand why he needs the bandwidth, but we had a deal and he's broadcasting ceaselessly.
And why Amber Heights?
Amber Heights is one of the only surviving settlements outside of Stellar Bay. Graham Bryant and the Iconoclasts there got their hands on a working relay station. Now they're ceaselessly transmitting philosophous ramblings on my airwaves.
Tell me more about the MSI and the Iconoclasts.
Graham and his Iconoclasts believe anarchy is the way of life. Sanjar opposes it, as he's taking strides to corporatize Stellar Bay.
And we can't cut them off from inside the station, that's what you're saying?
No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting on their end.
Okay, where is Amber Heights?
You'll find it directly to the east, almost in sighting distance of Devil's Peak Station.
Okay, well, I'll try to talk some sense into them.
You do that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience.
By the way, Nyoka needs a favor.
Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me.
Look, dude, she's your friend, and she's in need. You're the only one who can help.
Tug on my heartstrings, why don't you? Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes round one of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck.
By the way, I'm curious. You're an info broker, right? What is that exactly?
Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We'll call it an exchange for your help with the broadcasts. Ask me what you will.
Okay. What can you tell me about Phineas?
Not much, admittedly.
You must know something about him.
Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history. As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, well, that's a raptidon of another color.
Is that it?
Not juicy enough for you? How about this, then? There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either.
Okay. Can I ask you about something else?
Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information.
Are you? Okay. Have you received any broadcasts from Earth?
What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my time. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price.
Let's talk about the board.
There are so many members. Do specify.
Got any compromising information on the chairman, for instance?
If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status.
So, what you're saying is the chairman demonizes Monarch rather than welcome it back into the fold.
Exactly. But you didn't hear so much as a whisper of such from me.
All right, let me ask you something else.
Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information.
So you keep saying. I want a little bit more information about MSI and the Iconoclasts.
They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. What else do you wish to know?
I'm curious about Graham Bryant's deep, dark secrets.
Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago.
All right, give me some dirt on Sanjar Nandi.
Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never be reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights.
What do you mean?
I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra 1 once the other corporations had abandoned the planet. The execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved, pirates raided their homes in the night.
And what's the story between MSI and the Iconoclasts?
You mean between MSI the Iconoclasts and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you I was the true mastermind behind Monarch. Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership.
So you're saying you're the glue that brought them together?
Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed whispers over scuzzy kale ales in the tavern. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured over time.
Yeah, unfortunately. Why did the partnership fall apart?
Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray.
You are full of information, I'll give you that.
Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information.
Yeah, and that's your tick right there. All right, well, I think that's enough gossip for now.
How low you seemingly regard my trade.
Yeah, well, I'd like to secure some information.
I may have a secret for you, for the right exchange.
Well, you already told me everything I wanted to know.
How low you seemingly regard my trade.
Yeah. All right, well, I need to head out. We'll chat later.
Be a doll and shoot any marauders you spot on the way down.
See what I can do. Oh, look at that. Pipe patch. Okay. What is this shit? Personal files, sorry. Universal Defense Logistics would like to remind employees that it is in no way responsible for the highly unfortunate but realistically probable case of loss of life in its facilities. Which, I guess it's saying 1, 2, 3, so I'll go from the top. Okay. Personnel files for Hiram Blythe. Dare I say the future is looking bright. Indeed, I can run a full gamut of operations without ever leaving the sanctuary of the broadcast room. Sanjar and Graham are living up to their promises, and I have not interfered with initial broadcasts. The deal is holding, and I believe I can make a life here. Had a near miss the other day. Nearly ended up with the board on my trail. We will mark that trial firmly in the failure category. One must experiment, however, to ascertain the best methods. I have found thus far that the most reliable method for evading detection within the limited frequency of Monarch's off-world transmission involves duplicating regular news broadcasts on several unused frequencies. My information gathering associates know to filter out the sounds in the vocal range, in turn isolating the embedded data, and the board's authorities are none the wiser. Playing hazard has never been so thrilling, nor high stakes. H. Pucks it all. Those imbecilic children and their hatred of each other, Sanjar and Graham, have oversaturated my key bands. They'll take down each other all right, and me right along with them. I should have never invited them to play. But what to do about it now? What to do indeed. H. Begin broadcasting. Authorized broadcaster. Don't even try to pretend you're unaware that all broadcasting is currently locked down. Please return to milling about the break room and lamenting that internship in corporate arbitration you never finished. Or to override the lock on recording, simply enter your admin username and password in the command line. Oh, you can't? Maybe you should have been nicer to Val. Status. The station's primary band is presently oversaturated with continual transmissions from sister settlements. Off-world signals are unable to be isolated for recording. Okay. Stellar Bay broadcaster coded gibberish could potentially used to blackmail Sanjar. Has his signature all over it. I'm gonna steal these bits. We need 9 more to break into that safe. 9 more lock picking. Let's get a melee weapon back out here. Yeah, I'm not going back 450 meters on foot. Forget that noise. Do I have enough points to get that employee pass? Let's find out real quick.
Hey, Cass. Knock, knock.
Hey.
Hungry? I'm famished myself. No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
All right, I'm going to try this again. Can you give me an ID cartridge for the CMP factory?
Not so fast. Our biometric IDs are special goods. Only on offer to special clients. You cotton?
I do. But I think the fact that Catherine Malin sent me for it makes me special enough.
She needs it for a job?
Yep.
Well, why didn't you say so? Reckoned you asked her where to best procure one, and she obligingly pointed you my way. Give me a jiffy to break. I mean, calibrate the ID. This goes like that. Nope, not quite right. A bit to the left, mayhaps.
Can you hurry up?
That'll do it. For a CMP factory line worker, she sure is a beauty. Careful. I'm trusting you to guard this specialty good with your life. I mean it. Lose the ID and you don't get another. Also, you'll be off my list of unwholesome customers. Will that be all, or do you require something to say, scratch your itch?
Let me look at your ammo real quick. Oh, you have found an ID cartridge to use with a holographic shroud. You will now be automatically disguised when entering the associated restricted area. Okay. What is all this shit? Oh, I guess because I'm on the list of unwholesome. Where's that weak gun? I don't need it anymore. Like this one. All right, thanks a lot. You ladies want to go grab a hotel room or two before we go to this next, what the hell is this hotel? Is this the hotel? Yep, that's it.
Catherine's great, ain't she? She'll pull you out of the sulfur, so long as you don't mind being in her debt.
You know how there's folk who are all crusty outside, but warm and squishy inside? I'm pretty sure she's crust all the way through.
I'm sure you're right. Do I talk to you about getting a room?
Keep walking, Rung Leech.
What? All right. Hey, Catherine.
How's Clive? I do hope you gave him my regards.
Yeah, I haven't dealt with him yet.
Won't pretend I'm not disappointed. Suppose I've no choice but to be patient. Maybe a handful of bits will spur you into quicker action.
Oh, okay. I'd like a room.
I take it you don't have a reservation. No matter, I keep a suite of VIP rooms for visitors of your, let's call it a certain means. The VIP rooms charge by the night, but for you, I'll make it a one-time fee. Got a feeling you'll make me a fine investment.
Huh. Okay. You know what? For 477 bits, consider it sold.
Marvelous. Do take care of the place. Maid service won't clean after a murder.
Okay, about the Borst factory.
What about it? Aside from the fact that I can smell it all the way from here.
Never mind, I know where it is.
Sure. Weren't no skin off my nose.
Where's this room? Is it up here? This is the bar. Where'd you guys go? Oh, there you are. Let's get some shut-eye and then we'll start again tomorrow. How's that sound? We'll talk to the bartender over there. Maybe she's got some things to tell us. You guys can get these two over here, and now I'll take this one. Alright, well that's going to conclude the 8th video in the playthrough, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.